You know, there are very few promises out there as bold as the one on the cover of this book. It says, the book that explains everything. That is an incredibly ambitious claim, right? And it sets up this fascinating challenge for us to dig into. How on earth do you take the entire universe of knowledge and distill it into something a kid can not only understand, but actually get excited about? Okay, so to really get the genius behind this book, we first have to wrap our heads around the massive, massive problem it's trying to solve. Let's dive in. I mean, seriously, just pause and think about that for a second. It's completely overwhelming. The scale is just immense. How do you even begin to structure that? Where do you start? How do you take a topic as huge and frankly mind-bending as the cosmos and space travel and somehow connect that to the delicate, super complex world of nature, like the life cycle of a single butterfly? And then, just to make it even harder, link all of that to the epic, sprawling story of human history, from ancient empires to the iPhone? And here's the real kicker, the most important part of the puzzle. How do you do all of that in a way that doesn't just overwhelm a young reader, but instead lights a fire and makes them hungry to learn more? That is the real challenge. So, faced with that monumental task, how do you connect everything without just creating a big, confusing mess? Well, the solution is the very thing we're looking at today, and it's a total masterclass in how to design information. It's the encyclopedia itself. And you have to see it not just as a collection of facts, but as a meticulously designed tool, an object built from the ground up to solve this exact problem. That tagline, it's not just marketing fluff. It's a mission statement. And for the rest of this explainer, we are going to deconstruct exactly how it pulls off that incredible promise. Okay, so the real genius of this book isn't just the facts it gives you, it's how it guides you through them. So let's open up the toolkit and take a look at the magic behind the design. What's so cool is that the book doesn't hide its secrets. It straight up tells you, here's how this works. The secret sauce isn't just the information itself, it's the deliberate, super user-friendly system they built to navigate it all. And that system is built on 3 simple but really powerful tools. You've got your standard alphabetical organization, which is easy enough. Then you've got this clever color coding for different subjects. And my personal favorite, these see also cross-references. Just look at this color bar at the bottom of the page. It's so simple. It's brilliant. Are you on a turquoise page? Boom, you're in the nature section. Purple? You're reading about space. It's like a little visual GPS that instantly tells you where you are in this huge universe of information. And then you have this little gem, the See Also box. Now, this isn't just a suggestion, it's an invitation. It's what turns the book from a straight A to Z list into a giant interconnected web. It basically encourages you to jump around and make your own adventure. So we've seen the individual tools, but how do they all work together? Let's actually follow a journey a kid might take through the book, and you'll see how this amazing web of knowledge gets built. A kid could land on any page, just by chance. Let's say they flip it open to page 15, amphibians. Cool. They're learning about frogs and salamanders, their whole life in and out of the water. But then, out of the corner of their eye, they spot this little prompt. See also, metamorphosis. And just like that, the book has planted a little seed of curiosity. What's that all about? So they flip over to page 163 and boom, suddenly this isn't just about frogs anymore. Now they're learning about the fundamental biological process of metamorphosis, which, hey, also applies to butterflies. The book just built a bridge in their mind from one specific animal to a huge scientific idea. Okay, but hang on, let's go back to that first page on amphibians. There was another See Also link, right? It pointed to reptiles on page 210. So the reader flips there. And now, they're not just following a biological process, they're comparing and contrasting entire classes of animals. They're figuring out what makes an amphibian different from a reptile, building a much more complex web of understanding. So cool. And this right here, this stunning tree of life diagram from the reference section, this is the entire philosophy of the book in a single image. It's the perfect visual metaphor for what those See Also links do on a smaller scale. They show you how everything, absolutely everything, is connected. So when you put it all together, the colors, the cross-references, the amazing visuals, it all points to the real purpose of the book. It's about so much more than just information. It's about shaping a curious mind. And this is the most important takeaway. The encyclopedia isn't designed to just be a passive pile of facts. It's an interactive training ground.
The color codes, the see also links, they're tools that teach a child how to navigate information, how to make connections, and how to follow their own curiosity down a rabbit hole. And that's the real magic. This incredible design transforms a simple book of facts into something way more powerful. It becomes an engine for curiosity. It doesn't just give you an answer, it makes you excited about the next question. And that's a lesson that goes way beyond the pages of any single book. It really just leaves us with a question for ourselves. Now that we have the tools to explore, what will you be curious about today?